Scott Narver, I am so thrilled to talk to you today.
Chiclet Bacon, I'm thrilled to talk to you too.
Change my mind. No longer interested. Don't like that shirt you're wearing.
Wait, what? I can change my shirt.
All right, you know what? I'm back in. I'm intrigued to see what your new shirt might be. I'm on board.
Okay, great. I'm happy to change to just make sure that you're always around.
Oh my God, you're so boring. Completely disinterested. Also, you do a lot of evil shit.
What am I, wrestling?
Falling in and out of love with wrestling. Today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Chiclet Bacon.
Hello to everybody out there in the PWP universe. Welcome back to yet another lovely little conversation about wrestling.
Let's blow this fucker up.
Oh, Mike Lucas in the chat. Hey, Palskis. Hi, Mike Lucas. If you want to watch these as we record them and say hello to us and say goodbye to us and all the stuff in between, you have access to that exclusively over on patreon.com/pwpalskis, where you can also get your name in the running to be the PWP champ. Our current champ, Mickey Bell, in his 5th week, will defend that title on the next episode. So get on in there. Patreon.com.
Get the runs.
Get the runs. Andrew Beeler in the chat. Hey, besties. Andrew Beeler.
Whoa, Andrew Beeler.
One of our most winningest champions.
So she has the runs more than anybody?
I think so. She does lots of runs.
Who have we given the runs the most to?
She has the runs in. I think that might be Mike. I think Mike Lucas we've probably given the runs to more. He seems like the guy
suck on that Taco Bell.
He seems like the kind of guy he tries all the snacks we talk about. Maybe Gil. Gil could be up there.
Okay.
Did I do it? Is that all the opening stuff? I lost my train of thought. We did the Mickey Bell. We did Good Job Champ. We did Patreon. Hi, Scott. How are you?
I am all right. Today's kind of a mellow day, so I'm enjoying it while I can. How are you, Jake?
I'm doing good. I was a little bit of the brain fog, feeling a little bit tired, a little under the weather.
Oh, the brain runs.
The brain runs.
Because your glasses, right?
Not exclusively, but I don't think they're helping.
Oh, Hep B?
Yeah. Yep, that's what I caught from you.
You're lucky. I try and give it out to everybody. B is for best.
Of course, when you were told you had it, you thought he said hip B, like, oh, you're hip B. Like it was like a nickname.
Like it's a honky tonk man sort of thing.
I'm doing it right. We're doing it right. Listen, we're all here together, and that's what matters most.
And totally different rooms, and totally different spaces, and totally different counties,
different cities,
zip codes, but we're all here together.
Even though I regularly say that you are in Los Angeles, because it just seems to me like Los Angeles is everywhere between me and then San Diego. It's like Los Angeles and then San Diego, and there's nothing. Everything in between is still LA to me.
That's why you have Hep B.
That's the reason why. Yeah.
That explains your brain fog to not realize there's other places.
My lack of understanding of Southern California.
Yeah. Is Disneyland in Los Angeles to you?
Yeah, that's LA.
You're dumb.
Okay, so maybe there is Anaheim in between the two, but Anaheim is practically Los Angeles.
Anaheim?
I mean, listen, it's where the Los Angeles Angels play.
Yeah, Reggie Jackson's spinning in his grave.
Listen,
sports jokes, everybody.
Most of the New York football teams do not play in New York. Most of them play in New Jersey. So
yeah, well, they get robbed.
They get what?
They would get robbed.
Oh, you think New Jersey's less dangerous than New York?
No, New Jersey's just awful.
You excited about the Springsteen movie coming out?
No.
No?
No.
You don't think Jeremy Allen White's going to knock that one out of the park? He sounds just like him. He did a really good job with the singing and the recording.
Oh, most of the time when that stuff happens, I'm like, okay, so they're not singing it and they're just talking it, and it's whether or not they have prosthetics to kind of look like them.
And they didn't do any of that. He's just is singing it, and it's just his face. They were like, no, we don't need to make him look like Bruce. What does it matter?
Well, I guess that makes sense with his, Texas Tornado impersonation, where it's just like, yeah, we didn't really do anything. I grew out my hair a little bit.
Mike Lucas, I do not appreciate the New Jersey slander. He's probably one of those people who appreciates Bon Jovi more.
Who's playing him?
Who's playing John Bon Jovi? John Bon Jovi, actually. He needed the money.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can nail it.
Do you know the story about how John Bon Jovi bought the Skid Row library to just as like a fuck you to what's his face, the lead singer who's also like on Broadway and in a bunch of shows and shit?
Josh Gad?
No. Fuck, what is his name? He's in Gilmore Girls. Sebastian Bach.
I was close.
Do you know that story? That
no, I don't know any of this.
They had some issue on tours like years ago, and I'm butchering this as like a thing I heard once 20 years ago, but apparently they had some issue on like a tour once, and then they kind of like said some shit about John Bon Jovi being just kind of like a up his own ass, like nothing that would surprise you to hear, right?
Okay.
And when their band's like library like went up for sale by their label, John Bon Jovi just bought it out of spite. So he just owns all of Skid Row's music and apparently like won't give it back. I don't know. I could be wrong about all of this, but that's why this is Pro Wrestling Palskis. Guys who don't Google, go do your own research.
That's right. We bing that shit. The Springsteen movie is in the way that the trailer has this whole thing of like, he's gonna unite the world.
Yeah,
he's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. And me, I know shit all about Springsteen. I've not paid attention. I don't care. Yeah. There's like I have no investment in the guy whatsoever. It is in the same way that I imagine that the people at ESPN or WWE thought that people are just gonna tune into WrestlePalooza, and they'll see this opening video package and see like how WWE has changed the world, and done this, and they'll be so disconnected from it and be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and then they click away. So
unlike you, Bruce Springsteen is a very prominent fixture in this household. He is Alexandra's favorite artist of all time, and he is he's spoken about very often. He's a source of inspiration here, and we literally, when the trailer first came out, we watched it together, and it was sort of like, okay, they're doing just him making the album Nebraska, which is a really unique album. It was like a interesting experiment for him where he did it all himself, and it was a departure from his general music. It was like, it's a kind of an important album that influenced a lot of stuff, and we were like really on board, like, oh, this looks really good. And then literally that line of dialogue where it's like, he just came from up, where he came from, and now he's gonna fix that hole in his basement, and he's not just gonna fix that, he's gonna fix the world. And we both just went, oh, where it was like immediately, I was like, no, you're doing too much. Don't make it that important.
Can you
let it just be a movie?
You make that character be a creep? And it's like, all right, you're fanning out a little too much. Like listen, I'm sure it'll rock, but calm down.
Listen, he cheated on his wife with a girl in the band, but then they ended up falling in love and staying married for a long time, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is not a movie podcast.
Send Bruce Springsteen back to that stinky New Jersey. Boom.
He doesn't. You don't need to send him. He goes regular. I think he might still live there. Do you think he's in LA? I don't know. Alexander probably knows.
Oh, so he's down by me?
Well done.
Brought it all back, everybody.
Well done.
What are we talking about today, Jake?
We're talking about pro wrestling.
Jesus Christ.
Specifically, I got distracted by I got a text from
Bruce Springsteen,
one of my producers, and I was like, please, I don't have the ability to put a fire out right now. So thankfully it was not for me. It was just something in a big chain that I was on. In fact, let me do not disturb this bitch. Boom, focused. Okay. Hey, you know how sometimes you're like a grown person and you've watched something for a really, really, really long time? And
I've been binge watching Kenny versus Penny. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Oh my God. I haven't thought about that show in fucking forever.
It's great. It's a great show.
That's a pretty good show. You know how you watch something for like your entire life, and then sometimes you kind of just stop prioritizing it. You don't really know why you stop prioritizing it, but maybe there's a lot of factors you're not so sure, and maybe throughout our lives as fans, we just happen to fall in and out of love with pro wrestling.
That makes sense. That's why I've been watching a lot more Kenny versus Benny.
Yeah. Didn't they have another show that they did after that like wasn't as good? They tried another show that was like a game show style thing.
I don't know.
Where they had other people, I think. They're Canadians, right? Were they Canadians?
Yeah.
Canadians are the best.
You look at Spenny and you think he's anything but.
I'm struggling to remember their full names.
Kenny Hotz and Spencer Rice.
There it is. Well done. Well, yeah, I don't know.
So I need that competition. I need that combativeness. So that's why I'm seeking it out. And I've also been going back into the older pro wrestling. Today I was watching Halloween Havoc from 1996.
You're just a few days early though. It's not even October yet. You can't watch that till October.
That's it's your opinion, man. On Peacock now, when going through, they have all different kinds of playlists and stuff for wrestling,
right?
In the WWE section. It's kind of sad to see there is a playlist, the Peacock era.
Oh, so it's
they got broken up with,
and they made a mixtape.
Yeah,
for their old fling WWE. Remember the good times.
Time of like we used to have shows. It was just.
I hope
if you wanted to hang out, it was just $5, and sometimes it was 10 if you wanted to just avoid some of the bullshit.
I hope the trailer is it Sarah McLachlan. I will remember you.
That's Mick Foley's song, so they can't have that one.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm curious. So is it like Raw? Wait, no, because they didn't do really. Oh yeah, they did. Is it just like TV matches? Is it just the pay-per-views, the PLEs from that era?
I'm sure it's just the PLEs from that era. Probably. Like anything that was on Peacock exclusively. Technically, you could say like Saturday Night's Main Event or anything that they housed. But just seeing that, I was like, oh, we had it pretty good. We had it really good with the network, and then we had it pretty good with Peacock. And now all this nonsense, all this sporadic, it's not all in a hub. We have to sign up for many, many different apps to just enjoy WWE programming.
Yeah.
And it's very various costs. It's all over the map.
Yeah,
but there's other stuff now. Like we've got, your AEW's on HBO Max. You got your and you can get the pay-per-views on Amazon Prime. What TNA seems to be the one where it's like, oh, it's just one hub.
Where are they
it's
all
appealing?
Now?
I believe it's TNA Plus.
Oh, okay. So it's just what used to be Impact Plus. They still have the same thing.
Right.
They just went back to the other name. Well, that's nice. I'm curious.
I think in large part you can just watch mostly everything there. Let me know if I'm mistaken on that.
Yeah. Also, slight sidebar to the chat too. I know that you asked this in the Discord, but I'm curious if anybody was able to watch the ESPN PLE live and what your experience was. If it was easy, if it was, if it came with your thing that you already had, or you didn't know, or you signed up for something new. I'm kind of curious to get some firsthand accounts of that because we kind of I think last time we recorded it was actively happening.
Yeah,
right.
And I still haven't messed with it because that was a early speculatory thing from people that were breaking all this down, or like, if you have YouTube TV, you have it. And my brother was saying like, no, we got to buy another thing. And I've never messed with it yet to see. Like I thought about doing it this weekend, but I was like, no, I want to sooner record with you and hang out. I'll figure that shit out later.
Right.
So maybe I do. I don't know.
But yeah, it's it is it's become more work, and I could hear people, I could hear listeners groaning, being like, "Oh, I thought you fucking were wrestling fans. How hard is it to watch a thing to figure it out?" It isn't complicated, but in a world where there are a lot of other types of art and a lot of other things that I enjoy, that I'm taking in, if something is like convenience does kind of play a role in your selection, and especially when
price.
Sure.
And it's collectively getting more expensive.
Right. And I just think that like there's already a backlog, an infinite backlog. I was having this conversation this morning with my buddy Matt, which if anybody's listened to D&DW, Matt Hinksman from D&DW, old Matson. I was having a conversation with him this morning about how I use the Tracked. Do you know the app Tracked?
No.
The service. It's
Is that where you can only date truckers or farmers?
Oh, like Tractor? Got it. I was like, I do not follow.
I got there.
Sort of like Letterboxd, but also TV and everything. And their service is great because they just have the database of like all shows and episodes and that stuff. But their app itself is awful. So I use this other app called TVST. I don't know what it stands for. TVST. It's that app that looks
Shit
like,
tacos.
that looks like a little eye there. And
open it up, send your login.
It's this guy who he just made this app. He's an independent developer. He made this app so that you log in with your Tracked credentials, but it's really simplistic and it's a great way to like follow TV. And so you can just add TV shows and you can track which ones you've watched. And there's 4 different like sections, like, shows with unseen episodes, shows to start watching, current shows that you're caught up on, and then ended shows that you finished. And you can go to end individual show. Here, let me pull up
That's great when I have Alzheimer's, but I know all this shit now.
Yeah, I don't. There's too much shit. Like if I go to, where I'm at with fucking Preacher, like you could see the seasons and then the episodes that you're caught up on. And I don't know, it's a great way to just track shit. It's also like when I'm sitting down to watch something, it's like, it helps to be like, here's at a glance everything that we're in the middle of. Helps us finish something.
Were you with NXT on that thing?
I actually don't. I wonder if, I've never even looked to see if wrestling shows are on here, but they must be.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They gotta be.
Let me just look up like Raw.
Otherwise, that thing's a piece of garbage.
WWE Raw.
No, NXT, Jake.
Okay, I'm sure that it's the NXT.
It's your favorite show, and you've caught up on some
WWE
of it.
NXT. There's 852 episodes. Returning
I think you have
series.
some catching up to do.
Started in 2010. Well, I'll have to go back and mark the ones I watched.
Yeah.
But
that's the only thing where it would actually be helpful, where I'm like, wait. Which nitros did I miss?
That's actually a great way to do it. But the only reason I brought up this app was just to like explain like how much fucking shit there is, to the point where it's indefinite. If I pull up that screen that I was on of like the shows that are in my start watching, shows that I've just added that, I want to watch that I haven't even started. There's 106 of them in that list. I'm never watching these things.
WWE Clash in Paris.
Oh, wait, let's see if the PLEs are on this. Clash and Paris, because it might only do the weekly shows. This might not count PLVs.
Oh, shit.
Clash in Paris. Nope. I see Clash of Wings, 1998, 15 episodes, ended.
Throw that thing away. Useless.
But I don't know. There's just so much stuff, and I don't find myself having the same passion to catch up, or at least to sit through the weekly show the way that I once did always.
Yeah.
And I see the clips on the Discord, and if something pops up on social media when I log into our PWP accounts, great, I can keep abreast. But I think I'm at that position where I'm on that ebb. I've fallen out of love with it once again. And it's not just like, because WWE is this evil fucking shitty company. That's definitely helped push things.
Sure.
But because a lot of people, I'm sure, are like, well, watch TNA, watch fucking AEW, watch all of these things. It's like the art form as a whole right now, I feel a little bit sour on.
Well, I don't see what GCW ever did to you to feel that way, you bastard.
I don't think I've ever seen a full GCW card. We've watched some episodes, or some matches rather, on our watch along, I think.
Untrue.
Really? We've never watched a single GCW match? Didn't we? Wasn't
Correct.
That where the invisible people fought each other?
I don't know. That could have been in someone's basement. I don't fucking know. Who knows if that actually was GCW or not. That, I guess that's the only one where I can say, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I tried to block that one out of my mind from the one listener who paid to listen to us talk about it on our watch along and then lambasted us for it.
For not liking it.
Yeah, for not liking it. Talking about that.
I just
creative
want to acknowledge the chat here. Mike Lucas says, because there's no off season for wrestling, it's natural to create your own. Being burnt out makes you not appreciate it as much. Yeah,
that's a very good point too.
A really fair point.
It just, since it's ongoing, you
Right.
just go like, all right. And if it's not something huge, right? If it's not Rumble or Mania or
Right.
like a Bound for Glory, something that's all kind of led to this, and this is going to be the big thing, and you get what you want too, right? Like that's the other part is if you don't get the follow through of, well, I wanted that guy to be champ, and that didn't fucking happen. Fuck, I don't want to watch this for a while.
I feel like there for a few years there of us doing the pod, we took like the first 2 weeks after Mania off, and like I remember there was a brief period of time where it was like we had watched everything. We watched so much shit leading up to Mania that after Mania it was just sort of like, all right, we'll come back in 2 weeks. So we kind of used to do that just for the pod, but yeah, Andrew Beeler says, I literally only watched a clip of AJ Lee coming back, and that's it. Didn't even watch her first match. And I love her. I'm just burnt out. All right, so I guess I'm not alone here. I was a little bit worried that this would come off as me being just a little whiny bitch, and it does. At least I'm up on myself.
You're exceptionally so, but I think I share attributes of all this as well. Like part of it is pricing me out, and with the changeover of like, oh, this thing's now on ESPN Unlimited, I think is what it's called. I think that's what we landed on. And I'm going
not Plus, which we paid for up until recently.
And I'm going, I don't want to mess with that yet. Like I'm not concerned about it enough that through osmosis, through friends, clips, all that kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah, I kind of caught wind of things that happened, but an active $30 to pay for a show that I heard pretty universally was like, that was not worth $30. So that kind of thing. So yeah, like if I'm doing work and it's kind of casual, I'll turn on Raw or something like that, but I haven't done that in a while just because part of it is too, I don't want to get amped for something that I'm going to be disappointed in. And I'm at a point where I'm going, I'm open to other companies. Like I've talked about on the Discord some and just chatted and saying like, hey, what are you guys watching? What are you checking out? And there was a clip of Mr. Kennedy coming back, or sorry, Mr. Anderson coming back to TNA.
I saw, yeah.
And I was like, whoa. If he's actively wrestling, I'm fucking full in on the show. But I think he was just a guest showing back up to
a one-off.
Yeah. So that I was crestfallen real bad. Like, oh, I'm so fucking in. What do I got to? Oh man, he's not there. God damn it.
Was it a surprise? Was it advertised? It was. That's cool. That's fun.
I mean, seemingly from the crowd,
right?
But it was a surprise to me, regardless.
Good.
So yeah, Jake and I have talked about it kind of off and on, and so it's kind of the discussion of the show today of like, what are there things that with either WWE or other companies that they can do on screen or off? What can they do to pull you back in right now?
Yeah. I don't know that I can answer that question because I think it's more like the burnout and the lack of passion than the material. I'm trying to think of other times where I've stopped, because you've stopped watching for small bouts, or have you, like, once you came back in the 90s, have you just been in the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once I came back, then I was always watching something.
Right. See, I feel like
kind of like now too, where it's like, I'm not watching the current product, but I'm still watching, I'm watching my DVDs. I'm going through Peacock and watching stuff. Like there's always wrestling somewhere.
Right. See, and I think that in the instances where I've done this roller coaster of the peaks and valleys of my general passion for the art form, there's never been like I heard that thing is happening, so I've got to watch. It's more so that like I hadn't watched wrestling in a while. And so just the idea of catching up, seeing where people are, what people are doing, it's more of a curiosity than a like, I got to tune in because I saw this person's there, or
my stories.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah. And I mean, listen, like right now we've got massive things that Punk is full-time in WWE. AJ Lee is back. We've got Cena in a retirement tour. We've got
3 appearances left of him, I think.
Is that it? Really? We've got a bunch of younger but like mid-card talent who I loved 10 years ago or in the past 10 years, let's just say, that has come back that were, when they were there, I was all in on, like the Aleister Blacks and I'm just like, I find myself struggling to really care to engage in a way that, and even when I do, I'm just sort of like, okay, cool, I saw it. And I don't necessarily feel like I got much out of it.
I thought something in regards to that, I'm not totally jumping off topic here,
please,
is like Aleister Black.
Right.
And I went, I don't think I've actually seen him on a show yet. And I never think to watch SmackDown. I've talked about that previously.
SmackDown, Netflix is Raw.
Blue?
SmackDown is, thank you. That's blue. And the referees are in a little blue.
Yeah, the little blue. They got the blue?
Right.
They're on the blue?
Yeah.
They've never been, like some of these guys, maybe Rusev has had one, but like some of these other people that have just
came back. I forgot about that too. Yeah.
They're not on the PLEs.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
And they've been around for a while. Or some of these other people where I go like, oh, right, I've seen them on TV here and there. But if I haven't watched SmackDown, there's just a whole crop of people that when I see Cody generally on a PLE, I go like, holy shit, it's Cody. It's the old Hogan effect where I go, I never see him on TV. Well, you only watch one show, dummy. So when I see Punk, it's like, oh yeah, I've been seeing Punk. That makes sense. But basically there's a whole slew of SmackDown people that I go, do they still work there? I haven't seen them.
Right.
But I haven't seen the show and I don't see them on the PLEs. So
they could just
there's not a lot of rotation for those people, which in a way maybe is good because if you're earning that spot, you got that spot. But I don't know. Sometimes it's like Aleister Black hasn't made one fucking PLE.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even know who he's feuding with, if he's feuding with anybody.
The Booker.
I couldn't tell you who Rusev is feuding with either.
It was Sheamus for a bit, but I'm not totally sure. So that's pretty weird.
Is it? So do you think, just to go back to your, like, what could they do? Again, I'm sorry that I really don't have an answer because I think it's not
hot dog eating contest?
Not that I'm uninterested. Depends on who it is. You get Mother Trucker in there, bring him back. I'm all in.
Well, see, he's a ringer because that's all he's been doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the point I'm trying to make is like, because I don't feel excited, I can't tell you what would make me feel excited because the shit that's there should be.
So it's not
my answer
talent,
would be
because talent is
it's got everybody
everywhere.
Yeah, talent's everywhere and across multiple companies. And there's people in every company that I fucking love that are like my diehards.
The Young Bucks. Yeah.
The Young Bucks. Yes.
They're
and by
rich
that,
again now.
Not the tag teams, just like the Young Bucks of wrestling. Yeah. Like,
sure.
Mr. Anderson. But yeah, I'm always reminded of on Koicast, whenever we do like silly comic book casting calls or if they're, making an adaptation and they always ask like, who would you cast for this? I always have the exact same answer and it's the most unfulfilling answer of all time. And that is
Dwayne Johnson,
somebody that I don't know, like a new face. Like I want to see someone who I have no idea, I've never seen in anything before, be this person, because then they could just be that person and it's fun because a new actor is getting work and we're pushing new talent and great. And so that's always my answer. And so I feel like it's kind of the same thing here. The answer is what to bring me back. I don't know, because right now in theory, everything I like is there and everything I like is happening, kind of.
Right.
And so I think the real answer is less story and more real life, real world shit. Like what they could do to bring me back is to fucking nix their goddamn Riyadh contract, acknowledge that they've made mistakes, get rid of fucking Brock, just attempt to acknowledge where you are.
No, Brock, his pants split. He's too fun.
His pants split?
Yeah, he split his pants.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Like AJ Styles?
When he F5'd R-Truth. He split his pants. He's like, I know who's going to split my pants. Blue underwear.
Wait, he knew it was gonna happen. Wait, blue underwear. This is all news
see,
to me.
you can't get rid of this guy. He's too fun. He's way too fun.
Hey,
There's other people that are just so stale and boring.
Our little "that's blue" emoji can be relevant once again.
There you go.
In the Discord.
No, we get to keep one bully and one weirdo. That's fine.
Yeah,
on screen.
I don't co-sign that,
but there's a bunch of other people that are awful, and we just don't know it yet, and they're all there.
So yeah, I don't know. What about you?
On screen, I mean, you certainly bring up a good point where there's so many things everywhere. I certainly always want to dip my toe back into AEW, and then I'll read or I'll see a thing, and I'll just, I mean, I guess if you guys saw me,
you rub your head.
I rub my head and go, how the fuck do you do that? How the fuck do you take whatever it was, if there was a pay-per-view, if there was a thing, or there's something, and then you just totally undo it, or there's no sense of follow through with whatever it is, or the match that everybody wants to see, where the booking would be, yeah, then it's going to be this guy versus this guy. What? No. I think WWE had a period of that for a while where they were stacked with talent, and they just kept making the matches that it felt like, well, no, we don't want to see those. What are you going to do those other ones? Oh, we'll get there down the line.
Right.
Do some of them now.
I feel like there was a lot of that with like when Roman was on top. I feel like we got a lot of that. And it was sort of the same 2 or 3 people in the same kind of rotation. And then there would always be like a nod or acknowledge of these 2 people are there. And it was like, hey, we have that in our pocket. And I was like, man, maybe pull it out of your pocket. maybe put it on screen.
I think this is just wishful thinking. I don't see business-wide like why they would ever do this. It makes sense. I certainly want less, but I think I do that on my own, right? So if every company has minimum 2 shows, I'm not going to watch both shows. I'm going to watch one of them.
Right.
So if they're telling me that there's another show and something needs to go on, WWE is obviously very good about, if I don't watch SmackDown, they'll tell me what I need to know from SmackDown.
Yes.
Great. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. AEW doesn't do that.
No.
They still don't do a recap of here's what happened on the pay-per-view. So, and I tune out Excalibur because I don't want to bleed out of my brain. So I don't know. I can't keep up with the show from just watching the show.
Right.
Which is problematic, right? Like I want to be informed, but I don't want to endure everything because not everything's worth watching. So their own show kind of leaves me out. So
right. Yeah, no,
if it was AEW's product, I would say like less hype about some of the shit and like just fill me in. Just treat me as a casual viewer and fill me in.
Yeah, it's almost kind of exclusionary in that sense.
Yes. It's kind of the joke that's gone around that we've made about Tony Khan and stuff like that, where it's like, I get it. You watch everything. You watched everything. You know all this stuff.
Right.
But you can't treat your audience like that everyone is you. You have a pocket for that. Sure. That it's like, I watched all the ROH shows. I watched Collision. I watched Dynamite. I watched all that. Like, cool. Not everybody can, man.
Yeah.
Some of us sleep.
It's become like the MCU in phase 3 or 4, where it was just like, yeah, but have you watched these 7 shows? Because if so, you'll get the 30 seconds of where they say something here.
And I don't know what it is about TNA. Every time I popped in probably a year ago where Zach and I watched a pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
And I think the one that we watched was...
That sounds fun.
Hey, everything... this show kind of led to nothing. It was all the, ooh, maybe next time the good guys will get them.
Oh, right.
And it was that across the board.
It was like the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, usually.
Yeah, and you go, oh, you had to give me something.
Right.
You had to
give me some decision.
Give me some, like, all right, my one guy won and I can go on to the next show. But everything was the ellipses of to be continued. Shit.
You know, Tim, was it Lucas who said that? Like, that since there is no off season, there's never a season finale. And everything is a chapter And
John Cena's going to have one.
Yeah, there you go.
He's going to have a series finale.
Let's see. Until Saudi.
He's been there a bunch. He's fine. He's got insurance. He's okay.
He's trying to get booked on that comedy festival.
Don't throw Cena under the bus
Yeah,
with this stuff.
forgot.
He's
I forgot what I was trying to say, but
he's okay. He's a good boy. There's no season finale.
Oh yeah. So that like, it also I think it sometimes makes it hard to be a casual fan because you feel like you had to have seen last one and you got to watch the next one because they're not going to give you an ending. They're not going to give you a satisfying wrap the way that like a house show does. You go to a house show and it's like, hey, they finished the event for me.
Yeah. The night had a fun conclusion of the championship didn't change hands, but the good guys came out and drank some beers, danced a little bit, and said my town was cool.
Right. Or yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's tricky because TNA, like I'm on the verge of probably giving it a month or two go of just like, all right, I'll get the app. I'll try watching the shows and just see if somebody hooks me because I don't know of anybody necessarily talent-wise that I know the Hardys and the Dudleys are going to have the final match ever in this company as a tables match. Okay. I kind of want to see it, but I mostly don't because in large part, I feel bad that they have to keep doing. No, they don't. I disagree with my own statement. They somehow think either the creative people or the talent go, we have to keep doing these matches. That's what people want to see.
Nostalgia. Yeah, we got to feed the nostalgia.
There's no reinvention
monster.
of going like, no, we've changed our style totally, and we don't do tables or ladders or any of that shit anymore.
We're gonna do an amateur wrestling style match between the two teams.
I want them to get out of it. So me going like, I guess I'll watch it feels like I'm only just perpetuating when they do it 2 years again.
Yep.
Later down the road somewhere else.
In a different company, yeah.
So I should be intrigued by that, but I'm just kind of sad about it. But that's clearly hey, you remember this, right? Come on. Order our app and watch old people hurt their ribs.
Old people hurt their ribs. Watch Rib Crack.
But there's probably like it's cool. It'd be cool to see Eric Young again because I always like him and certainly some other people. And there's probably always someone new, right? Where you go, oh, I kind of like that person.
Santino's still doing stuff over there as like a authority figure. Like he's got to be just a blast to watch. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's not a like product problem for me personally. I know a lot of people think that there is for them.
Sure.
People are really upset about the Brock Cena booking, which I don't think we talked about on air. Did we?
We did a little bit.
Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah, but you can share your thoughts on it. Yeah, by all means.
Just that, like, you know, the guy's got limited dates left going to these towns for the last time, and the story you're gonna tell is like a squash match where nobody gets to have a good time, and it's not even like worth the price of admission. I mean, one thing if it was like he got beat, but it was this crazy spectacle that went on for 20 minutes. If it was like a absolute mugging for 20 minutes, at least you're like, well, hey, it was a crazy event that happened. But if it was just like a generic shitty short match, then, you know, it's kind of an FU, no pun intended, to the people paying this absurd prices. And so I know a lot of people are burned on that. A lot of people are burned on some of the, you know, the title changes recently or the people that aren't being used, which I guess isn't new. That's just wrestling fans are always going to be upset with their guys.
But there are people that they want in the spotlight. Right. I'm guilty of that.
Of course. But I do think, though, to your point about like creative right now with Triple H, with our golden boy from a few years ago, where we really felt like this is it. Like things are going to be great now. Long-term storytelling, quote. Now it just sort of seemed like, we know you won the Rumble, but we're not going to give you the title match at Mania because Rock's here. like it's just, I get that they course corrected, but it doesn't mean that wasn't the fucking plan.
And he still made bad decisions on his own.
Sure.
It's there are certainly suits or Rock involved that tell him something dumb and he does it. But Travis Scott, John Cena turning heel.
Right.
Like we're still getting these moments where we go, well, this is yours.
Right.
That main event at Mania last year was really, really bad, and you're going to the same town. That's unheard of in the territory days. My God. You'd pack up your shit and go, we got to get out of here. They're furious.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, there can always be something, right? It could be a simple thing. It's like Cody turns heel. Oh shit. Everything's exciting again.
Right.
Cause he's this guy now or something. Like Cena clearly wasn't it. There's interest there, but the follow through was poor.
Yeah. Terrible. Poor is being kind. Yeah.
But I think that ultimately that's what it was, right? Like the follow through is he sold his soul to Rock. He's got Travis Scott with him. The relationship is going to be explained, we assume, and then never was. There was no follow through with Rock. There's no follow through with Travis Scott. So when we don't have any of those elements, we're like, what's going on?
Right. The follow through was, sorry guys. Oopsies. Schwoopsies.
They're hard to get here.
Right.
Yeah, it's, and as far as like, I wish someone would do this type of match. WWE's shit, all of it. I guess I would want them to just have more straightforward matches. Because so much of it is triple threats.
Right. Less
four
gimmick,
corners, no DQ.
less stipulations. Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm watching a show and everything is, well, that can happen because of this.
It kind of feels like the first couple of weeks of AEW where we were like, do the refs have power in any of these matches? Right. Yeah. Except now
WWE's
designed.
way more guilty of it. So that is the thing presentationally. Like if it was just cracked down, like refs have authority again, these are straight up matches. We're seeing DQs. We're seeing like rules strictly enforced, because then later when and if we break them for whatever reason, it's a big deal. That's become pretty numb. Like everyone interfering and all this shit. Like in the WWE product, I am numb to it and I don't care.
You know what? I think you do hit the nail on the head there about being numb to it. And I do think there is part of the presentation of the, like, everything is the biggest deal. And we've talked about this forever, where it's like their job is easy for me to say. Their job is hyperbole. And like, that's the point of it, is this is going to be the biggest match. That's how you promote anything. It's the same thing in real sports. It's the same thing. It's going to be the biggest Super Bowl ever. There's going to be the biggest boxing match ever. There's going to be, like,
it's the biggest match Akira Tozawa's been in today.
Sure. So I get it, but it does create this constant sense of disappointment, because nothing can live up to that. The greatest wrestling match of all time. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's never going to live up to it. And so if I had thinking more about this and talking through this, I do think there is something that I would watch right now and something that would pull me in.
Okay.
If we could get a time machine.
And the New Day has one.
Oh, we can get that time machine from New Day and correct the wrong turns that NWA Power made. I would definitely give that an hour of my week every week for sure. That first season, for 1.5, 2 seasons, like that. I mean, concise, simple, good wrestling, good characters. Like, they didn't sacrifice too much of the showiness to make it like old school wrestling, but they also simultaneously didn't make it absurd. It felt fun. There was comedy, there was drama. People felt like they were cartoon characters. People felt like they were real. It all existed. All the flavors.
Paths.
Say again?
People had paths.
Yes.
There were a lot of people on a path to something.
Yeah.
Whether they were after the title, or they're trying to get their hands on one person, or
grudges.
Everybody had some sort of path where you're going like, oh, okay. Oh, well, I can't wait to see what happens next week with that.
Promos were good. They were clean. They were simple. Then they weren't all like the best promos by that person, but it felt like your opportunity.
Mass Llama certainly has nailed one element of this.
This is like an ADBC sort of scenario.
Mass Llama says pre-Tyrus NWA Power was great.
Yeah, the PT era of.
But the course correction that you say, or like fixing the wrong turns, a lot of, unfortunately, what happened with NWA Power, I don't think was creative stuff other than Logano being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, no.
It was the pandemic and losing out on the talent.
And there were some business decisions as well.
What were those? I don't recall.
Well, because they tried to get a network deal, and then like it became less accessible. Like even like during the early Tyrus part, it wasn't available to quickly easily watch on YouTube. They ended up having this other problem. Like there was some like business distribution stuff.
I was like, I can get this on Fox.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. I mean, that, honestly,
you know what? Fucking really, I'll check it again right now. They have not released NWA Power season 1 on YouTube. They've delisted it a long time ago, or set it to private
because of the deal they were supposed to have with which was it? HBO. There was some network or some streaming service. What was it?
No, I was kidding.
Oh,
that it was Saudi.
Oh, right.
And they had a complete series DVD for sale for a minute.
Right.
And then it was gone.
Sold out.
And then there was no way to watch. There's
that
still not.
Season. Great.
I'm looking for it. It's not fucking here.
You know what? I'm gonna consult my app. That's
consult your app.
Let's see.
App.
NWA Power.
Plex. What is Plex?
I have Plex. I'm on Plex. I use Plex.
Can I watch the whole show on Plex? Oh, this is confusing. What evil company owns Plex? Well, they also have the Flavor of Love. Flavor of Flav.
None that I know of. Yeah, this lists 24 individual seasons of NWA Power starting in 2019. But not where, let's see, where to watch. Usually this is connected to like the wheretowatch.com or whatever it is, show info. But it doesn't have any additional information that it gives, so it must not be listed on any of the sites.
Yeah, this seems like a kind of a dead link of. It's not around. This is such a stupid bummer, because this would be another thing where I would happily rewatch that first season and enjoy it. Okay, I guess it is on Plex.
Hold on.
I don't fucking understand.
Yeah, I have Plex. I can pull it up right now. NWA Power.
Fuck you, Plex.
2019 show. 20 seasons. Where to watch? It's on the Roku channel for free. And that is what this tells me. But that's it. So it's available on Plex in the sense that everything is available through Plex. Plex is like an aggregator where you can hook up
like an
all
agitator.
Of the services. A little bit. I mean, I like Plex. I ain't got nothing against Plex. But it actually seems like it's the Roku channel is the only place listed as being available for free. So I guess it's there.
Probably limited seasons.
Potentially, yeah. Let me see. Do I have I've got the Roku app. Let me pull that up too. Let's check right now. Why not? We're doing it. Yes, my privacy policy has been updated. Search. NWA Power.
Is that what it is? Like, in part, that in this time frame of where we are with all these apps and all these things.
Hey, look at that.
And you and I are the type where we go, hey, we got our Blu-rays of this movie because we clearly don't like it when a streaming service or whatever it is goes like, hey, you can't watch this movie.
Right.
Or someone deemed that you can't watch it anymore. We're going to change the Crocodile Dundee cut to this cut. We're going to do this to this thing. We're going to retool that. Star Wars is now this version of this movie. Like, fuck you. We want it the way we want it right now. Don't take it away from us. So whether it's pricing us out, moving it around to different apps, or removing stuff, are we just those types of guys that just get fucking annoyed by this overall? Where we go,
we are. Yes, we are old curmudgeon people who like physical media for this exact reason. But I think that we are a growing breed. Alexandra has become such a physical media person in the past couple years, which I'm thrilled by, but also really surprised by, because she is of that millennial age where for her, TV was a thing that she watched on her laptop exclusively. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a whole group of people that like,
I know they exist.
Yeah.
I was with someone that was, and
that was Alexandra. And I think because of the state of streaming services, when we do want to watch something, the difficulty of, is it here or did it get pulled? Because it was there last month, but the contract ended and now it's here. We don't have that service. And like, I think all of this, when we do decide to watch something and I'm like, I have that on Blu-ray or I have an old DVD. And so it's okay, because it's the kind of movie where we don't care. We watched Singles on my birthday this past year. And I was like, we can watch the movie Singles on my DVD in crappy quality because the movie doesn't look good to begin with. It's fine. And I think
it'll add charm to it.
Yeah. And I think she's grown to really enjoy that. And also she keeps thinking about like how unstable it feels our media landscape is. And like, not that she's planning for the fucking apocalypse, but like, what happens if we lose internet?
She's planning for WrestlePalooza.
She's right. Wrestleopolis. But you know, what happens if we lose internet for a while? Or like, literally, like, you don't have access to anything if you don't have internet. And the idea that just like, yeah, we have the art that we like, at least a majority of it or a lot of it.
Yeah.
And enough to where
there'll always be something new where you go like, oh shit, I kind of want to watch that. But it's not somewhere. I got plenty of old shit.
We talked about maybe doing like trying in 2026 to like do a streamless year where like, what if we only watch shit that we have? Right. And we keep talking about it, but I think we're going to chicken out because there's just a lot of shows that come out that we want to watch that we can only get streaming. Like we want to watch Taskmaster. We want to watch some of like these like, you know, shows that they don't exist in physical media form. And we're like, all right, well, do we do it? But then we give ourselves an out for those shows. And in which case are we just cheating anyway? But
no, I don't think so. Because if I'm aware of the show Taskmaster,
sure,
for something like that, where you go, we can't. If it's an HBO Max show or something like that, like yeah, it's going to be available somewhere else or some other way. Or you go, yeah, we'll see it in a year.
Right, exactly. That's the other thing is like we can. There's so much stuff because the idea is seeing like whether or not we feel like we're missing stuff. Because by the way, even my physical media collection is filled with, I don't know, 40 movies I still haven't seen, but I own them physically. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. And so, I don't know. She's kind of become a convert, which is kind of nice, but
I couldn't win mine.
No. Yeah. At the end of the day, I don't know how this relates in any way, shape or form to pro wrestling, of course, but cause it's really all about the new thing.
I think it does. Cause in this moment now where we talked about a bit on my journey, I mean, shit, I haven't hooked up a VCR in a while, but I fucking love this tape.
Hey, look at that. That's fun.
This was one of my first
VHS tape listeners of Three Faces of Foley.
This is one of my first favorite purchases when coming back in as a fan and just getting the full story of Foley and all the characters and seeing the home video and the highlights of matches and going like, got it. I fully know about this character now.
Right.
And I'd rewatch the shit out of this. I loved it. So there's a bit of that where it's talking about the peacock of it all, right? Where I was going like, well, I'm just watching Halloween Havoc. And Mass Llama had encouraged me a little while back too. And it was kind of a like, right. I have the wrestling DVDs. I got that Sting Into the Light DVD. I need to watch that. Check out a story. Oh, this was fucking great. Hey, there's matches on here that I've never seen before. Let's do that. And I think that's the only maybe downside a little bit is when you get those anthology DVDs of someone and you go, I should really intersplice this with some other people. Cause if you just watch one person,
it becomes
and the matches over and over again, you get a little numb to it and you go like,
a little boring.
Hey, you did that move again?
Right.
Okay, you did that move again?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Right.
His matches. And these are over years.
Right.
This
and you usually watch 3 other people before them in different matches. Yeah, every time. Yeah.
So it's been nice to go, hold on. I get it. These companies, WWE, whoever else is offering all this product right now, like it's an abundance and it's fucking great for new fans these are going to be the this was the best time ever for me. Like they got in and it's like my dad was a millionaire and he got us the last row of the arena and we could barely afford. We had to sell off 3 of our boats. Like, oh wow, what a great time it was to be a
Kids
wrestling
don't have
fan
kidneys
back then.
anymore.
Yeah. What a wonderful time it was. That'll be great for them. But I have stuff. You have stuff. You can watch No Holds Barred. You have that on DVD, right?
I do have it on DVD. Yes.
So it is a reminder of sometimes you just got to wait it out. I mean, maybe there will be this sort of like upheaval of the fans across the board going, fuck you. This is way too much money.
Right.
Like this isn't okay, WWE. You got to calm your shit and make it so we can watch this again. And that'll just alleviate a lot of stuff. Maybe AEW, the fans will just keep dwindling and they go like, you got to fucking straighten up the ship. Like you got to just pick a path and go. Stop going all over the place. Oh, okay. I'll make it a little bit easier. Whatever the companies are. But I mean, Mas Lama's the prophet today. Here he is going, digital media is great for things you like. Physical media is great for things you love. It's going to start a fucking fortune cookie company here.
Hey, did you see by the way, speaking of this, did you see the physical media shirt in the shop? Remember I told you about it?
No, I'll look it up now. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess to put somewhat of a button on this, I'm curious right now, Scott Narver. What's your we named this episode "Falling in and Out of Love" with pro wrestling. What's like your Facebook relationship status with pro wrestling right now? Are you in a committed relationship? Are you hanging out? Are you casual? Do you love it? Do you like it? Is it complicated?
You know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's complicated. First off, that's a great fucking t-shirt. Physical media. Wow. What a difference. I'm going to post that in the Discord. Because I think I don't like the current state of pro wrestling. I don't like currently what's going on politically behind the scenes, the amounts of money that they don't care that they draw from fans, the prejudice that I have with current wrestling. That is my problem when I'm looking at other smaller companies going like, yeah, but I don't know the guys, or
sure.
I don't know, or there's a language barrier or something where it's like, fucking get over it and give it a shot. Just, do something like that where that's my own problem.
Right.
So that's stupid, but I still love pro wrestling. I keep thinking maybe I don't like it, but when I watch older shit or things that I like, I go, no, I still enjoy this.
That's a great point. I think that I can never not love pro wrestling because I think just as an art form, it's a thing that when I see it, I go like, yeah, this feels like home to me. It feels, you know what I mean? Like there's something about pro wrestling that's just like, yeah, I love pro wrestling. I like fucking people pretending to fight each other. It's very, very fun. And I like the art form. I like the craft. I like it when I like analyzing it. I like seeing it when it's really good and thinking about why that was good. And it's a brand of storytelling that I think I'll never not love. So, but I do definitely think that there are times where I just sort of feel a very, very strong apathy towards it. It's like our families, like there's people in your family you're never going to not love. But you could also just go a while without seeing them.
Yeah, but you leave yours. I'm stuck with mine.
I leave mine regularly. It is, wrestling is kind of like that family member that every now and then you just kind of need to take a break from.
Yeah, but I can't.
No.
I'm wiping its ass. I'm wiping pro wrestling.
Not that.
I'm having to shower it. I'm having to help it get dressed every day.
Oh, Scott Narver.
I think the other part that, and this probably comes with age and, like just this pocket of age overall in my, mid 20s, that the collective community of it, right? Like I don't like pointing out any detriment of the show on air, but it's certainly way more fun to be in the room with you
Sure.
in Anaheim, where you live, and to watch wrestling together,
Yes.
to have snacks, to talk about it, to do all the stuff you talked about. Pay-per-view comes up like, hey, which friend's house are you going to watch it at? And watching it together, having all the fucking gripes. It's like, oh, they don't know how to fucking book this thing. I can fucking book it right. And then being surprised by something, all that stuff. That's certainly hard. That if I'm living in a house, like my dad's certainly not watching it. There was a quick side note. There was one time where he had hit the remote and just in the moments of like, we're dealing with some stuff. And he hits the remote, and then it switched to Dynamite. And I'm not saying anything. I'm just kind of letting it breathe. And it's his name Mortos, the guy who's the bull?
I don't fucking know.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No, I don't. Is
The
he
guy with
the really,
You've
really
seen
good
him before?
The really,
Yes.
really good lucha mask? Yeah. Okay. Wait,
Well, I don't know if it's a lucha mask necessarily. It's just
I meant
he looks
like
a fucking bull.
yeah, but
Taurus
he's from let's see. He's an
he could be from
AEW.
Cleveland. Who the fuck knows?
I looked it up and I got Bull Dempsey. Remember Bull Dempsey from NXT?
I do. I think I was on
Oh,
stage with him for a
God
show
damn
once.
it.
And it was
Yeah,
very,
I think you're thinking
it's
of
very
the
bizarre.
Beast Mortos.
Yes, Mas Lama also confirms he was on screen wrestling someone in this is another one of those moments where my dad sees a moment of wrestling and this is how all of it is judged.
Right.
And he doesn't laugh a lot these days.
Got a good
He
chuckle out of him.
laughed
That's great.
and he says, "What's this? What is this guy?" And I said, "I don't know.
He's a bull man.
I don't know." And he laughed and then quickly changed the channel.
That's great.
But yeah, it's like my mom doesn't care. She's not going to want to watch it. So I don't have any of that energy of even the passerby that might be kind of interested.
the social aspect of the whole thing.
Yes. And there's certainly no shows that are reasonable to go to at this point, price wise or anything. So
Except for
even
our
that
show.
part of like, right. I mean, like to go to a wrestling show and see it. There was one in Los Angeles that where Zeka invited me to a little while back. That was fun. I went to maybe a year ago and had all the energy that you wanted it to, where these people go every time they have a show. It's a large crowd and they have a good fucking time. So that kind of stuff too. It's just like, again, age bracket and
Yeah.
friends having families and all that stuff. That just is kind of a bummer. So, I miss that. I miss the community part of it.
You know, I am more inclined to pay attention to a PLE when I see the Discord is active.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when the Discord is active, because I see what people are talking about and I want to be included in the conversation because I like the social aspect of things. And I feel like even our Discords felt like it's been slow for the past couple PLEs more than usual. And I guess it also depends on the time of day and who's around and whatnot. But yeah.
And sometimes some of the same sentiments that we're kind of
Right.
talking about going,
Yeah.
like, oh, is this it? Just kind of a underwhelmed, right?
Right. And I'm also kind of past the age of hate watching as well, which I think for a while even on our show, it would be sort of like we're going to watch something and we know it's going to be bad because everything has been bad for however many weeks or whatever. And then you watch it and the whole point is to watch it and to kind of dunk on it and to get your little quips in and to be funny and quippy.
Yeah.
And now I'm even sort of like, I have so little time on this earth. I'm over halfway dead, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God, no.
84 seems like an impossible task for me. So I feel like I'm
you're
well,
83. So
as everybody knows. Yeah, I don't know. Well, sorry to end on a bummer, but I think that we're kind of exploring our feelings. This is what this is about.
There's always still more of it. There's always still as much as like there's an abundance, right? Like there's always more. And
Right.
I think there's different things that people feel this about where I don't agree with the sentiment,
Right.
but people have like, I have superhero burnout. Like, okay, maybe
Right.
some of the stuff just hasn't been good lately. And you're
Right.
burned out on some of the Marvel movies because they made in the way of a WWE, like we made too much.
Mm-hmm.
We just kept going, kept building, and made it so you had to watch this in order to understand this and that thing. It's like, yeah, maybe just calm down and have some fucking fun shows. And when it's good, it's good. And you like it, Right. And if not, go back and watch some of the fucking fun ones that are good.
Right.
And I think that's what it is, that there's no obligation for us as wrestling fans to always be right on the pulse of what's happening, what they're putting out there. It's like, if it's not good, if it's too pricey, if you got your gripes, you can go like, you catch up to me. I'm not catching up to you.
Right. We're kind of over time here. Speaking of quantity, but do we still want to go take a hotline call?
Absolutely.
Since we got one. I think we've got from our prophet Mass Llama. I think we got a hotline call. So let's go take that. But before we do, thanks to everybody who does join us for these live. It was super fun having you guys here. Thanks for engaging and being part of the conversation. My favorite episodes are the ones where we've got a few people in the chat being active. Speaking of the community aspect of wrestling.
Yeah.
Same goes for just talking about it. So please consider becoming a patron and joining us for these live streams and getting all the other fun stuff that comes along with patronage. It's a measly $5 a month over at patreon.com/pwpalskis. We are going to go take that hotline call. Mickey Bell, once again, PWP champ, defends that title next month. I'm sorry, next week, which is also next month. They're the same. And thanks again. Scott and Arver, say goodbye to the live stream.
Bye, live stream. Hopefully see you next week.
747-666-5606. That's the number to the Pro Wrestling Palskis hotline. You can also leave a voice memo and send it to hotline@pwpalskis.com. Scott, like I said, we got a hotline call from Mass Llama. You want to see what he's got to say?
Certainly do.
Hey there, Palskis. This is Mask Llama of the Legendary Fighting Federation, and I am just calling today. I was curious about what some of your favorite wrestling nicknames were. Now, not like Jake the Snake Roberts. That's a name. That's a wrestling name. But I mean, like AJ Lee. She's known as the Geek Goddess. Or, like Randy Orton, known as the Legend Killer. And I like take names that, like I said, they're not the person's name. They're just a nickname, but it also kind of gives you a bit more insight into the character. Those are the ones that I love. Like you said, Randy Orton, Legend Killer, all right. Guy goes after the older wrestlers. Can't think of any others off the top of my head, but I was curious if you had any good favorites. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. Bye.
Mass Llama, looking for a wrestling nickname, but not a nickname. Nickname, but not a nickname. A moniker, maybe.
Yeah.
More than a nickname. So not Hitman Hart, but the excellence of execution, which is probably one of my favorites. The excellence of execution, exactly what he said. It's a fun little thing that's a bonus. It's part of the gimmick, but it also kind of tells you about the character, about the identity of the character. That's probably one of my favorites. Plus, I love an alliteration.
Lousy Hitman because he wore pink, and you're going to get spotted.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, that is a good one. One that popped into my brain that I was like, nah, same sort of thing. It really does encapsulate everything about this character, and you go, it really works. Stephanie McMahon, $1 billion princess.
I don't even remember that they called her that.
No?
The $1 billion princess? That's what they called her?
Mm-hmm.
That might have been when I was out of love with wrestling for a little while because I don't remember that. But yeah, no, that clocks. $1 billion princess.
It's to fall into that one. It's like, okay, well, yeah, you're stuck up. Your daddy's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. That one just popped into me.
Another really great one, I think, is the Texas rattlesnake. The rattlesnake. Very, very, very apropos of the character of Stone Cold Steve Austin, the way that he would strike and hit a stunner long before RKO was doing RKOs out of nowhere, stunners would sometimes come out of somewhere, but nowhere-ish.
Kick wham stunner.
Yeah, kick wham stunners, exactly. I think rattlesnake is really good for him. A lot of snake ones, though.
And Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Texas rattlesnake. Yeah, like it's the combo, not just the rattlesnake.
No, I know, I'm
is
joking. It's like, it's good that they said Texas.
Oh, gotcha.
To counter that one,
yeah,
I really like Bionic Redneck as well.
The Bionic Redneck. I forgot about
that was later
one.
when he had the 2 knee braces. The fucking surgeries. So
that is really good.
He's put together, and at first I was like, "What are we saying?"
Bionic Redneck.
And then when I stopped to think about it, I go, "Actually, it's really good." The Bionic Redneck.
You have any?
That one was a solid one.
Do you have any ones that you really didn't like?
You know, one that I didn't like because they were going. It seemed like really overboard trying to get a moniker for fucking everybody, and then they were also using a lot of animals. It seemed at the time.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit being the rabid Wolverine was just like, all right, we're watching National Geographic and we're throwing adjectives onto things.
Also, it wasn't
feel like it fit.
No, because he wasn't. He was more calculated. He was like a technical fighter. He was closer to being an excellence of execution guy than a rattlesnake. Whereas, like, when I think of a rabid Wolverine, I think of somebody who is insane, somebody who can't be controlled. I would argue that at least the John Moxley would be more of a rabid Wolverine kind of character, where it's like they're unpredictable, they're the loose cannon, that's a good one. If you were to
call Benoit a rabid train hobo, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's missing the tooth. Okay, and he never really shaves.
Right.
Okay, yeah, I
could have said he was a hockey player at that point. You know what else? You know one I really never liked, even though they leaned in to the person who might have the more fucking nicknames than anybody in modern day pro wrestling. But the Architect for Seth
Oh my
Rollins.
God. So stupid.
They also never
addressed
know what a
T-square is.
But they never addressed that the Shield was his idea or that he was the leader. In fact, they tried to lean into the fact that the thing that made the Shield great was that none of them were above the other. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And you couldn't have one without the other, and that nobody was a leader. Nobody was the one who making the plans, and that's why they were so effective. So how the fuck is he the Architect?
How is he not the Wrecking Ball? He destroyed it.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Well, yeah, but they didn't know that going into it.
No, I know, but he's the Architect afterwards. So it was, I'm Architect. I'm right there with you.
Architect was just the worst. It didn't tell it. They were trying to make it seem like he was
a mastermind.
You know what? I
could have said he's a mastermind.
One that I love the name, but I don't know that it matches was Cerebral Assassin.
That was a bit much.
It's got a nice sound. I like it. Like, it's a good name. I don't know that it fit him.
No, because it felt like overall he didn't play a lot of mind games.
No.
He didn't convince a lot of people. He wasn't that charming.
Right.
I mean, the most that I can think of to an extent of when I don't know if the moniker existed at that point, but there was a bit, maybe it's on SmackDown, where Triple H gets stuck in a locker room and they do the Raiders of the Lost Ark thing where there's a snake in there.
Okay.
And we see the plexiglass separating them, but it's like, Austin, get me out of here. No. And then the following week he shows up with a big a snake bite on his face.
Right.
His face is swollen up and you're like, yeah, that's pretty decent makeup for a wrestling show,
sure.
But okay, come on. And it's played throughout the whole show of, this was the era of every backstage segment in between a match, you'd go back and you follow the bad guys.
Right.
All right, fucking stop. And it was later revealed that Triple H is like, I fooled all of you, pulled it off his face. And it's like, maybe you fooled like 35 people. But if this is you being the cerebral assassin, I don't think so.
Not quite.
I got another good one.
Go for it.
Crash Holly, when he was the hardcore champion under the 24/7 rules, back in the fun era of it, when it wasn't a 24/7 title, he was the Houdini of hardcore.
The Houdini of hardcore. That's fun.
because they'd have the shit like where they wrestle at the airport.
Great,
or the
and
fucking-
there's also some great escapes there.
yeah,
in
because
order
he'd
to be
always
the hard-
end up getting away with
Yeah,
it. Like,
exactly.
someone might win it in between,
Yeah,
but he gets it by the end and then runs away.
that
So that was a fun one.
that conjures a really good image too.
Yeah, because
Oh.
if you punch him in the stomach, he's dead.
You know what I thought was good? Again, the thing that they beat to death, and it was also Attitude Era-ish, so therefore it wasn't when I think that era that you were talking about where they were trying to give one to everybody. But the charismatic enigma. I like that. You didn't like that?
No.
I liked charismatic enigma because it's like in a time where that was not a brand of pro wrestler. Like there wasn't like that was the opposite. That was the antithesis of like being macho and tough and being a fighter. Like a charismatic enigma is not the sort of thing that sounds threatening, which is why I liked it.
Yeah, but it also didn't make it clear of, no, we like him. He's charismatic, but he's a goddamn little puzzle. He's a
Right.
cute Rubik's Cube.
Right.
To me, it kind of went against itself. It didn't drive it all the way home.
Right.
Where you go, oh, all right. But I could see it, like it's clearly stuck around. So I don't hate it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I'll end on one other one that I do like that comes to mind. Tajiri, the Japanese buzzsaw.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
That was a cool one.
Japanese buzzsaw. It's like buzzsaw is such a great. I'm not talking about conjuring a good image too.
Yeah.
Buzzsaws sound very violent. You've got the Z's, and then the fact that a saw and the teeth of it, like it conjures this really scary image. And he's Japanese.
Yeah, they nailed it on that one too. Because if they called him the Korean buzzsaw, that's a real charismatic enigma right there.
Well, there you have it. I think we sufficiently answered. Thanks once again for the hotline call, Mass Llama. Once again, if you'd like to ask questions yourself, 747-666-5606. That's going to do it for this week's program, but not before we thank our current Patreon Palskis, Scott.
Thank you to all of you who help support the show and keep it going and make sure that we have the choice of wrestling apps that we wanted them pull from for our watch along series, which you get to choose a match of when you are the winner and we watch one of your watch along picks. And this month we watched a fantastic one from our champ Mickey Bell, where we watched the first ever TLC. So be sure to go check that out in our watch along series.
That was my version of your Faces of Foley VHS tape, was the TLC tape that they made with the backstage interviews. And I remember like the Hardys are like up in the stands and that's where their interview is. And then like I could remember like the locations they did them, and I had that same VHS tape, and that was my version of what your Faces of Foley was for you.
Right. So thank you to all of our Patreon Palskis, Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce. Happy belated birthday. By the time this comes out, Alice Rader, Andrea Biller, Gilbert Short, Mass Llama, the PWP champ, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Strong Style, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tom Hayter, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the program. Could not, should not, would not do it without you. And that will do it for the Palskis this week. Scott, any closing thoughts?
No, just I guess overall I know sometimes it can maybe sound a little sour or dour, but I think we all go through these phases.
Yeah.
Many great points brought up by the listeners today, and it's, you know, we love to hear about what you guys are watching, whether it's Discord or the hotline, but it's we still just keep coming back to it, right? Pro wrestling is ever ongoing abusive relationship.
Then, now, forever, together. Whether you
Don't
like
leave
it
me.
or fucking not. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you had a good time. It's always a blast hanging out with you, the Pro Wrestling Palskis.
It's Dragon Wagon.